The satisfaction is immense. Hello, wow, okay, good morning. This is the first time I've spoken today. That was a mistake. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gitte Marie and I stopped the Living Alone series a while ago. If you're not caught up, it was a series where I moved into this space and I talked about how I created my most ideal living situation, my dream home, in a sustainable way. And all the thoughts that I had sort of in the process of moving from a house to this apartment and everything that happened there, that playlist is still available. It's not like we're reviving it today. I love that series, but I feel like it was a good 10-part series and that was good. However, I do want to talk about the most ideal living situation and sort of updates around the house. So I thought, why not use today's video to talk about some fixes that I need to make around my home, some upcycles, some repairs, and also I got something that I am just dying to place. I spent the majority of yesterday just cleaning, sorting, resetting, so everything is in its most pristine condition currently. And I don't know, there's just something about taking the time to do that. It just feels so good. So right now I have massive home appreciation feelings and I feel like that's a pretty good way to start this video. So why not just take you on a little tour? There is a whole house tour, by the way. This just feels so nice. Anyway, okay, so I have some things that I want to do today. I have some repairs, some fixing that I want to do so I can keep using these things. Some things I haven't been using for a while because they've been broken, so we're gonna fix them together. Okay, so the kitchen isn't really a part of that. It's not as good as it could have been, but you know, it's something. The rest of the flat is in order. The first thing I want to do is happening in the bedroom. It's early, okay. Now the Kina might already have seen that I like to do gallery walls. I have them in basically every single room of this apartment. I have them in every single room of this apartment. This is not an exaggeration. I've been collecting art for the majority of my life because I grew up with a mom who is an artist and sort of grew up in the art world, so I've always felt an interest in sort of gathering a collection and I've been successful at that. A lot of my original pieces are gifted from members of my family. I also have some gems that I found in vintage stores and in antique stores and some in just normal thrift stores where I've just been like crazy lucky. And some stuff I've made myself as well. Also taking an interest in sort of making your own art. So it comes from a lot of different places and I love to support local artists and craftspeople, people that make beautiful things. I think one of the most uninspiring things, and I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, but I think it's a little bit uninspiring to go to a poster shop and to buy a collective set gallery wall and then put that up. I know that is an option. I know some people do that. I like to spend the decades collecting different things and like having them represent different parts of your life and different phases of your personality and like sort of where you are. Just like with my tattoos, I think accumulating them over time, so every time you look at something, you remember what life was like during that time you got that. I think that is tons better than buying everything all at once, even though if you feel like you want a gallery wall and you want a lot of art on your wall right now, but I feel like that way you're not getting the history. Anyway, that's sort of my take. And I recently bought something from a local artist in Aalborg and I have been following her on Instagram for a while. She makes beautiful ceramics and I've been wanting a piece of her specifically. So I wrote to her sort of, do you have a wait list? If this is a piece that you're gonna make again, or if you're making things in this collection, handmade, and anyway, I'm just gonna show you. It's just a flower, no symbolism. Isn't this gorgeous? I would preferably have hung it in the bathroom. If you follow this channel for a while, you know that the theme of the bathroom and the art in the bathroom is booties, butts, boobies, everything that has to do with naked people. I think it's hilarious. I think it's so much fun. A lot of the art out there I can't show on the internet. That's what that is. I feel like I can show this because, you know, it's just a flower. Anyway, it's all tiles out there, so how I've hung everything in the bathroom is with these like stick-on nails and they feel somewhat strong. Like everything has been fine. I had one piece fall and luckily nothing happened to it, but something like this, if this was to fall, it's not just a frame you can replace, it's the whole damn thing that's gone. So I have trust issues. I'm not gonna hang it in the bathroom, even though that would be the most ideal. So we're gonna hang it in the bedroom instead. Okay, can we just take another second to just gush? This is beautiful. She also makes them in green and beige, other colors, but I think the pink It's just too good. When I saw this on Instagram, it was in my recommended. It's like, okay, please tell me that I would be able to get this. And then she's located in the same town as me. The algorithm came through, and we're gonna hang it. I have an idea for where I want to hang it. Okay, so I feel like here would be a pretty good place for it. It needs a little bit of space. I feel like this is good. So we're gonna hang it there. And you know how this works. We will forever just be winging it. So we're gonna sort of, I've done this a million times. I have a nail in my mouth right now, so preferably there. So when you hang something like this, I recommend putting the nail at an angle. That means it's a little bit more secure. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. This is what it looks like as a whole. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't think I've done that, but maybe we should do like an art tour at some point. I think that could be really fun. But I like how it works together with the other pieces in here. You can see in the fan there is a little bit of like a pink nuance, and you're getting that in the ceramics, so they're sort of talking to each other. And then I love the contrast of the blue and the pink. I feel like it's tied together really well. There's also the orange and the pink, and there's also some pink in the tiger over there that's sort of speaking with the rest of the stuff. So I feel like they're communicating, and that looks pretty good. I am continuously sort of thinking about how the colors are working together. There is something that I want to change on this wall, by the way, because I've had this poster for a really long time. It's from an exhibition in Copenhagen about people, and I love that. So there's a skull, you know, I'm a fan, but I have something else that I really want to hang there instead. Check this out. Because while I was sorting through my things recently, I've been through a little bit of sort of like a document paper book declutter. So I found some old newspapers that I bought in an antique store years ago. I think 4 years ago. And then I thought I forgot them somewhere because I didn't know where they were. I didn't remember where I put them. I couldn't remember where I put them. So I just thought, I probably left them in the vacation home I was in when I bought these things. That's a shame. That's a bummer. That's unfortunate. I think I paid like 2 or 3 quid for them. So it wasn't like, it wasn't a massive loss. It was just like some really interesting old newspapers that I was kind of bummed about losing. But then during the declutter, I found them. I've moved twice and I didn't know where they were. I don't understand how that works. Anyway, this is really cool. So the old newspapers, it's not any old newspapers really. Let me see if I can find, okay, no, these newspapers. First there is this newspaper explaining the moon landing. This is from Sunday 22nd of December 1968. It just explains the moon landing and what's about to happen within 6 months. I think this is a really interesting graphic as well. It looks gorgeous. And it says between the moon and the earth. And then there is this one. This just really excites me. But this is from a Danish newspaper, 19th of July, 1969. So this is the day before the moon landing. Varm telefon om Luna, which sort of translates to like hot, warm telephone about the moon, about Luna. And I feel like this is a very 60s solution to a English translation. I think they just directly translated hotline into Danish, and I think that's really beautiful, but almost poetic. Warm telephone about Luna. I think it's almost poetic, and I love the big picture of the moon, and just, this is a piece of history, and I couldn't just let this go. And I paid, yeah, as I said, like 2-3 quid for all these newspapers. Are they worth that? I don't know. Are they worth more? I don't know. But I've had them for a long time, and I was so excited about recently rediscovering that I had them. So I thought that we should take, okay, I'm just gonna take it down. So I thought we should take this picture and put one of the newspapers into it. Now, I talked to my partner about this morning, and he really likes the green one, the one that's half a year before the moon landing, because the graphic is really cool. And I really like this one because it's the day before the moon landing, and it's also a little bit poetic and romantic, and I think it's sort of, yeah, that speaks to me. I would love to know which one you guys prefer. I think because I'm the one doing this, haha, so I am gonna put this into it. But if any of you guys sort of see the appeal of this, I would love to know which one you like the best of these two on the wall. Anyway, I'm gonna move the camera again. We're gonna put this into it. It's a little bit too big, so think what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm just gonna try to explain. So we're gonna turn the poster the other way so it's white, and then we're gonna attach this so it's gonna be in the middle. I think that's gonna work. And the good thing about that wall is that it's very rarely in direct sunlight, so stuff like this is not gonna get damaged, and we love that. Okay, we're gonna take this out of the frame. I should have used tools for this, but like, okay, no, I need a tool. It hits me that the moon landing might actually already have happened, but because of the time difference, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it now. And what I like to do when I'm switching out the motifs is that I'm obviously not going to discard the poster, because I might want to look at that again because I love it, it's gorgeous. So we're just gonna turn it over, and then just like old wallpaper, it's just gonna be layers upon layers upon layers. I do this every time I find a frame in an antique store, because I like to be able to look at what was displayed previously. I think it's sort of paying homage to what was displayed previously, and I like that. So we're just gonna turn this over. Lunar poster here. Just gonna fasten it with a little bit of like this sticky paste, which doesn't break the newspaper. It doesn't damage the newspaper. I might actually miss this, but I do like that you can change things up without buying more stuff. So we're gonna put this in like this. Maybe this is good. Putting this on top as well. Okay, and putting this on the right way. So Luna is facing this way, so we'll need this facing this way. Okay. Ooh, way too excited whenever I can change something up on my walls. Okay, I fucked it up. No, there we go. So if you're a little bit sort of, I need more stuff, I need new things, this is boring. Honestly, changing up what is on your walls makes a massive difference. And it doesn't have to require buying anything new. It can simply just be revamping something you already have. I think that is even more satisfying than buying new stuff. But honestly, if you can find newspapers about the moon landing, I also suggest getting that. Anyway, this is what it looks like now. Let's go hang it. What do we think about this? I love the change. I might change it back at some point, but I really love to look at something different now. And the article is amazing and so cool. And all the other small articles and bits of writing on it is also really interesting, like a little piece of history. Maybe the other poster harmonized better with some of the other colors, but I do definitely really like this. This is also a gorgeous article. This is also from the 19th of July, 1969. It says, Daddy long legs and lightweight metal for the moon landing. Gennemført af det fartøj, der skal føre Armstrong og Aldrin til og fra månen. Run through of the vehicle machine that's going to take Armstrong and Aldrin to and from the moon. Once again, welcome to my floor. So I feel like this is better because we're gonna need the table. I will be fixing this mirror. Now look, there's you. So when I moved into this flat, I broke the mirror. So I never hung it, and I was heartbroken by this because I love this mirror. I think it's great. It's made with the recycled brass, and it's just a gorgeous like teardrop shape. I love this mirror. I know myself. I haven't hung this for 1.5 years since I moved in, and if it stays this way, I'm probably never going to use it again. It's been leaning against my wall behind some frames for ages because I don't know what really to do with it. But then I got an idea, and I don't know if this is gonna work. We're gonna find out together. But I thought instead of trying to sort of mask the fact that it's broken, because like you can see it very clearly and it goes all the way down there. That's not really a way of sort of fixing the glass. You could replace the mirror, but I'm not gonna do that, at least not now. So I thought we should paint it, sort of inspired by the Japanese repair style kintsugi, where you repair with gold. Now I don't have any gold to use in this repair, but I do have gold paint lying around right here. I got this in a thrift store ages ago. I've used it in several DIY projects. It's not gonna match at all, but I feel like it's worth a shot. You could also do it with black or white, or you could use red. I don't know, you could use many different colors. I think just we're gonna see if we can do this with the gold color, see how that works. But I'm just really eager to try something to love this mirror again, because if it stays broken like this, if I haven't hung at this point, I'm not going to. So I have my painting plate. I think it's gonna be very satisfying. We're gonna use a little bit of the gold paint. It's this type of gold, and it's not the same as the brass color, but we're gonna prevail and do it anyway. It's probably gonna need a few coats. You know how in my last video I talked about the fact that having a plastic bag around sometimes might be a good idea? We're gonna have that complete same conversation one more time. It's really difficult when you have one brush to make like nice even strokes. It felt like the paint was sort of just like going out on the side, not being that sort of opaque gold vibe that you wanted it to. So what I did instead was that I took a trusty plastic bag from my kitchen, cut a tiny hole and then put the paint in here so I could sort of distribute it a little bit more thickly onto the mirror, and that worked very well. I like this. I even consider like doing a line around it as well. That would sort of maybe tie it together a little bit more, but I don't know. Let me hear your thoughts and then I might go back and then do it. But this is not bad. Like, this seems like more intentional. It has that kintsugi effect a little bit where it doesn't try to cover up the fact that it's broken. It sort of emphasizes the fact that it's broken, and that makes it more beautiful. And I love that philosophy. So that is what we are trying to embrace. Because I kind of wrote it off when it broke. And we're not about that, so let's find a good place for it. You could even do a little bit more up here. Maybe we should do like a couple of just like streaks here as well to tie together. So I was thinking that we could put it here in the kitchen, but there's a chair there, so it's always going to be up against the chair, and I feel like a mirror up against a chair is not a good combination. Then there's this whole wall free, but I feel like I want to save that for a bigger piece. There's also this little space here on the top and bottom of these two, but I feel like the silver frame and the gold frames and just the silver shelf system, it would clash a little bit too much here. I could place it on the very top of my gallery wall in my hallway, but having a mirror up here would kind of be pointless. I prefer to keep this area free around the moon painting that my mom made because I think it needs to have space around it. But then I remembered that in my bathroom I have so many brass details. Check this out. In the bathroom I have this brass candle holder. There's also a little gold frame here. This little glass box system for my cosmetics. And two gold frames here. So right now the paint is still not dry, so I placed it carefully, but I hung it on one of these hooks that I otherwise actually don't use, so I feel like that's pretty perfect. There are tons of silver details around here, but because they already mix so much, I feel like it actually just speaks into that contrast. I like it there. Sort of just this extra little mirror. Then I have just like tons of small things around it. I have a plant. The plant got a little bit of paint on it, but you know, we will prevail. So this is the vibe. You know, I might end up moving this around 300 times, but I feel like for now it's gonna stay there. I really like it. Okay. The satisfaction from just like accomplishing small everyday hacks, upcyclings, repairs. The satisfaction is immense. This wasn't planned. At least if it was planned, that is pretty bloody wasteful. No, it's not planned. This weekend I broke one of my favorite wine glasses. I love these glasses. I have 4 of them. Now I have 3. The stalk is shattered. It's everywhere. I vacuumed, it's fine. But I have these bits. I don't know what to use this bit for. I don't have an idea for that. If you have an idea, let me know in the comments, share with the group. But I have an idea on what to use the glass for. I have several plants where I water the plant both in the soil but also in a little jar that's next to the glass, and all the roots go into that, and that's working really well. Do you see where I'm going with this? Because like, what's stopping me from just using this glass for all these roots? Just like, right? We're just gonna place it in there. Yes. Awful sound the roots make when they touch the glass though, so we'll fix this quickly. Just a normal day in the office, nothing to see here. Right? Okay. I can live with this. I actually think this looks really nice. Now, I like plants. I love plants, actually. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I'm a plant expert. I don't even know what that plant is called. So, if you're the plant expert and you know for a fact that doing this to the roots or whatever is really bad, please let me know so I can fix it and we'll find another use for the glass. I am just seeing potential here. I feel like this could be something. Right? I'm excited about this. And that is everything for this video. I was so excited about these upcycling projects and repairs that I completely forgot to film an outro, so consider this the outro. It's just my voiceover, but you know, you'll get what you'll get and it's fine. If you have any tips and ideas or projects you would like to start, comment down below and let's inspire each other. And if you have anything that you don't know how to fix or anything that you don't know how to upcycle, let us know and maybe we can help each other out. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. I will see you guys next time. Take really good care of yourselves. Until then. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green, zero waste content, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!